I believe that I'm live, but I've got to get all of this set up by myself because I'm solo live streaming today. So forgive me as I slowly set this up alone. And as people fill in, tell me how your week has been. I'll get to your comment when I get a chance. And of course, we're signed out of YouTube for some reason, which makes it hard. Okay. YouTube for some reason. There's like a really loud hum, isn't there? Okay. Make this smaller for me. Okay, and then make this window smaller. You guys can't see anything I'm doing, but I'm setting up a little workstation. And then I have to post the links. I'm way behind. Okay. Got to get the links from John, who, of course, always delivers. Yeah, okay, cool. Easy peasy. This is a pretty form this week. I don't know, John, I don't know if you change them up every week, but I feel like today's is especially pretty. Well done. Okay, so I need to post that. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe I can't. Hold on. There we go. Now I can. Okay, the form is pinned on Facebook, and the sign-up form is now posted in YouTube. So as you guys are coming in here and I'm getting situated, it's a great time to enter your name for the free journal drawing that will happen at the end of the live stream. Just double checking, making sure everything is safe and sound. Oh, I gotta do one more thing. I need to reshare the link. In the heroes' quarters, which I don't know about you guys. Maybe it's because I'm like a moderator and like it's like kind of tied to my it's tied to my Facebook profile. My brain just stopped working there for a second. So I don't know. They just make it like weirdly hard to find. But for some reason, we just got in the habit of reposting the stream link from like our page to the Heroes Quarters. Which honestly, looking at this now, I'm not even really sure if that does anything, but maybe there's people who always find it in the Heroes Quarters, and that's where they're used to watching it. So that gesture is for you if you're one of those people. Okay. Thank you for your patience. It took me about 5 minutes, but I just wanted to get everything set up. Okay. All right, y'all. We're good. Well, hey, sorry for being, so being so rude. I'm not being very hospitable. This is my new apartment that you guys are witnessing behind me. I wouldn't say it's ready for a full-on tour, but I am really excited to be living here. I moved to Austin, Texas, for those who may not have known. So Kyle and I are like remote for the first time. Since not for the first time. We actually technically were remote as we were building it. So it's actually not that weird. To be honest, it's almost easier to be remote with Kyle not because of Kyle. But in a way, I think that, we spent so much time both as friends, as business partners, as roommates, that I think we just kind of know the deal. We know how each other really operates. And so whether it's remote or it's in person or anywhere in between, I think we have a pretty consistent cadence as to just how we are as people. So it's kind of nice to know that. Everyone's roasting me for the glasses, which, let's just get this out of the way. I'm wearing glasses today. These are not real glasses. I know that there are people who have real glasses. These are not real. These are blue light glasses, which, supposedly work. I get migraines. I look at screens all day and all night, and so I get kind of light sensitive, and I kind of was like feeling it this morning when I was looking at some screens, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wear these today. So I just kind of had them on, and I brought them actually from Seattle. I went and got a lot of my things up there because I'm moving down here. I'm actually shipping a lot of it, and I'm kind of nervous. I packed like 4 boxes of like everything from clothes to like office stuff. I packed some Heroes Journal stuff. I packed all of my finished Heroes journals and my wooden slipcase because it's important for me to have it. I was packing everything up, and my mom, bless her heart, she was like, "You don't need those, do you?" And I said, "Oh, I need these." Even though they're completed journals, even though they're already filled out, they're done, they're in the slipcase. I love looking through old journals, whether it be Heroes Journal or not. And so I like to have my old journals with me because when times are tough, or maybe when they're good or whatever, if I see it on the shelf, I'm more likely to just pull it off and kind of just, reminisce or look at how far I've come or be grateful for the trials and tribulations or the wins, the losses in the past. So I'm just kind of meandering. All that to say, I grabbed these glasses, these blue light glasses, because I missed them. And so I wear them to, protect my sensitive eyes from blue light. But I also wear them for another reason. And I actually am going to show you another sort of like a similar thing. And this actually might be helpful if you're anything like me. So I'll be right back. One second. Okay, so I'll show you kind of 2 different things that fall maybe under the same logic in my head as to why I do them. So, of course, there's a practical element of wearing these. There's also sort of like I would call a placebo effect, although it might be a little more than that. But I think this also happens with headphones. But whenever I put these on, it's always when I am working. I rarely ever will wear these. It's kind of a weird example, but if I want to see a movie, but I know my eyes hurt, I might just bring these anyway. But usually, like 99% of the time, I am working with these on. So when I'm using these, I'm working, and what that tells me is that when I put them on, and this is so weird for me to say, because I'm not this kind of I'm usually not this kind of person. Like I'm not like a life hack, productivity hack kind of guy. But I put these on, my brain snaps into we are working mode. And it is so much easier for me to focus for some weird reason. And sometimes that happens with headphones too, like noise canceling headphones. I don't know if you guys do this, but if you have a pair of noise canceling headphones or really any headphones, sometimes I'll just put them on and not listen to anything because it kind of tricks my brain into cutting out the noise and just kind of staying focused on one thing. So that's another reason I wear these, is because they kind of get me in the zone. The thing I got up and grabbed was actually this, which I don't know what these are called. I think it's like a pill. It's probably a very straightforward name that I can't think of. I'm sure someone could correct me. But I take like a kind of a concoction of vitamins and things in the morning, just because I'm getting, old. And when I was younger, I always thought taking vitamins was kind of a sham, kind of a waste of time. But as I'm getting older, and I know there's people older than me here, but as I get older, I notice that there's more return as I consistently, take supplements, vitamins, that kind of thing. I know people are like really intense about them. I'm not, but I was actually talking to my cousin today about this because I used to just take out my supplements one by one. And, I take like maybe 6 or 8 or so different things. And so I'd have to open up these, vitamin bottles like every day, fish out the amount that I need, definitely spill some on the counter, pick them up, put them back in, without even really thinking about it. And one day I just thought to myself, why don't I just get one of these? So I did. And I know this sounds so stupid, and you're gonna laugh at me, but like this has been one of the best investments I've made, maybe in this entire year. These are like $2, maybe they're under $5 for sure. Just a little pill divider, nothing crazy. There's nothing fancy about this. I just bought it at the grocery store while I was already grocery shopping. But what this does for me is obviously it keeps me from having to take out my pills every single day, and like do the whole thing and spill them on the counter. So it helps me to organize them, and it's basically the same amount of time, but you do it over 7 days. So you're saving 6 days worth of opening the cabinet, taking out the thing. Okay. Which might not be that much time, but it adds up over the course of like a year, we'll say. Like you might end up saving 10 minutes a week. That might be a lot. You might end up saving 5 minutes a week, which I know sounds stupid, but anyway, that's kind of secondary. The real reason, and it's similar to these glasses, is that as I go through the week, and I started on Thursday, which is kind of weird, but I fill up all 7 days. Took my vitamins yesterday morning, took them this morning. This is like a habit tracker. This is like a real tactile visualization of my consistency as a person. And you don't get that if you're just taking out the pill bottles every day, And so I have basically, I look at these like 2 little check marks that I like kind of got that done. And so it gives me a sense, although maybe it's a little misplaced and this is a little far-fetched, I know. It gives me a little bit of momentum, and it's kind of a reminder of like, I'm on a roll. I got a little bit of a streak going. I need to stay disciplined. I need to continue to, take my vitamins and that sort of thing. And I noticed that when I fall off the horse or I forget to take vitamins, I don't go more than maybe 2 days without doing that, because I'll notice this and I'll see it and I'll go, oh crap, I forgot to take my vitamins yesterday. And I'll just kind of get back on the horse, and it's really easy. Whereas if they were out of sight, like up in a cabinet or something, or even if they just weren't kind of readily available to take right then and there, it's more likely, and this has happened to me a lot, it's more likely that I would just not take them for weeks at a time. So, super long-winded intro. I have no idea what I'm talking about or why I'm talking about it for so much. I just decided to hop on here and only talk about myself. It's hard, when you're used to like playing off someone. Like Kyle and I kind of have like banter all the time, and you're kind of like, it's hard when it's just me. I just ramble, so I will stop doing that. Okay. I feel bad. I'm just hogging the spotlight, but I want to hear about y'all. Do you guys use any of these? Do you have blue light glasses? Do you have real glasses? Or, if you have neither of these things, I am curious if you could point something out to me in your life that you bought for yourself or you've invested in that is sort of like a low, I would say, I don't want to say low stakes, but I'll just say kind of like a low cost investment, like one of these or some blue light glasses. They're not that expensive. And like what is like the highest return on value? Like, and I'm talking about like a physical item, I'm not talking about something like taking a bath. I'm talking about like, what's like a small thing that you bought that you're like, wow, this like really improved my quality of life, or this really helped me as a person. Super curious. Victoria said she's real life trifocals with blue light protection. So trifocals is like a great term. I don't even really know what trifocals are. What's the difference between a trifocal and a bifocal? That's what I would love to hear. Richard said whiteboard, which I totally agree with. When we moved into the Heroes headquarters, there's whiteboards everywhere. I made sure of it. I went and picked up like 7 of them. They were massive, massive whiteboards. it was really sad when we had to get rid of them. Because it was really nice. You could just wake up and you had an idea and you could just start writing it down. And now I have to like pull out my phone, run the risk of getting distracted, all that stuff. Melissa said daily vitamins in mini Altoid tins. Interesting. That's really smart. Cheap reader glasses for laptop since my bifocal glasses make me look down instead of across. Okay, smart. You know, I know someone whose dad buys reading glasses in bulk, like 10 or 20 at a time on Amazon. And because he'll just kind of lose them all the time. And so he just always has like a cabinet full of glasses, because probably once or twice a week, he'll just lose them. And then he'll just, seems kind of insane to me, but I mean, hey, if it works, it works, right? So Jason said yellow polarized glasses for night driving. Oh, that's great. That's a really good idea. I should honestly consider that. Sometimes when I drive at night, it's like it hurts my eyes. Especially when someone has like those bright like LED lights and they're oncoming. It's like, oh, I kind of hate it. Anyway. Melinda also has blue light anti-glare prescription glasses. I now have dedicated reading glasses that have improved crafting. That's great. My computer distance glasses are good for the workday. Yeah, you got to protect your eyes these days, They're very precious. Kevin said it's a DAC board or a DAK board. I'm not sure what this is. It's a virtual message board that has my calendar, weather, to-do list. It was a huge help. That sounds incredible, actually, Kevin. I don't know if you're able to drop a link or if you can send me like a private message. I think that's something I would be really interested in. That sounds super cool. I love it. Divorce said fitness tracker. That's a really great one. Fitness trackers have come such a long way, even in the last 5 years, and just how much people love them. Getting your steps in and like, having your heart rate, like all that stuff. I mean, it's crazy. For some reason I've resisted getting an Apple Watch or like a Fitbit or a Whoop. For some reason I just don't know why it doesn't appeal to me. I'm not trying to be contrarian or anything. I also can't know if I can justify buying one, but for those who have them, I know that they love them. Maybe one day I'll be that kind of a person. So Queen said, it's called a pill sorter is what it's called. That's what it's called. Queen said, I have a pill sorter too. I notice when I have it filled, I take my pills more often and I don't miss. Let's see. Mackenzie said, I bought some non-prescription blue light glasses on Amazon and it has helped reduce my headaches so much after the pandemic. Made everything go on Zoom. Right? I feel like everyone should have, better eye care and insurance from their employers post-pandemic, because we just increase our screen time exponentially. Pretty intense. See, look, everyone's talking about buying readers in bulk, which is hilarious. I love it. Do readers break a lot? I don't know. I don't really wear like readers, but pretty interesting. Okay, look, Nicole gave me an answer to my question about bifocals and trifocals. Nicole said bifocals have 2 powers, prescription strengths. Trifocals have 3. Trifocals are generally used when people need separate prescriptions for near versus mid distance versus far distance. Oh, okay. I see now. That's really interesting. Look at that. I'm learning from you guys. This is a great answer. And sorry, YouTube, I'm kind of neglecting you. I'll get to your answers in a second. Donna on Facebook, in terms of the question, like what thing have you bought that's given you joy in your life? Donna said, I bought one of those cheesy electric fireplaces to make cold morning cozy. I love that. I love a fake fireplace, any fireplace, even if it's fake or real, whatever. I love that, especially as like an item that brings you comfort. I'm a big fan of that. Let's see. Melinda said, my low-key hack. Any hack Melinda has, I'm going to be listening to it. My low-key hack: cold brew kit for coffee during the work from home days when making a pot is too much. That is a good hack. Cold brew is also different to make. I don't think I've ever really made cold brew for myself. If I'm gonna get a cold brew, like I'm gonna go to a coffee shop, buy one, probably walk home with it. But now that I live in Texas, I'm gonna have to step my game up. Back in Seattle, there isn't a lot of cold brew type days, but here it's almost like every day, So yes. Okay. Victoria said, honestly, for me, when I started bullet journaling, seems like a simple thing, but it changed my life. Started 10 years ago, adapting my hero's journal to that. It's a great answer. Yeah, a journal is actually, honestly, a great answer to this question. And I wasn't fishing for that by any means, but I would actually say the same thing for me. And this is predating the hero's journal. A lot of you may have heard my origin story, which is I got terrible grades growing up, and I barely graduated high school. I squeaked into college on academic probation, actually. We were assigned these mentors in this class that we were required to take because our grades were so bad, the cohort I was in. And there was a mentor there who basically just sat me down and was like, hey, you just need to get a planner. That's all you need to do. And I was like, whatever, I'll try it. I got a planner, and my grades shot through the roof. And I felt so smart, and I was kind of frustrated with myself for not doing it sooner. And definitely one of those items that just has a huge return on investment, for the right kind of person. And I was definitely the right kind of person. And as I'm sure many of you know, years later, that obsession with journals, that love for journals, and that simple, I'll just say, return on the investment that you get from a journal, any journal, by the way. It could be a bullet journal, it could be a line journal, blank, it could be whatever it is. Writing down your thoughts is so powerful and returns tenfold, I think, what you put in. But anyway, okay, I'll get off my pedestal now. Fluoride polish for my teeth is a great answer from Ace. I didn't think you could buy fluoride. For some reason, I feel like fluoride is an illegal substance that only dentists can use. I'm probably not correct, but that's a great answer. All right, I'm hopping over to YouTube because I feel like they are getting neglected. Melanie Grant said, a water bottle with a built-in straw. Are you a Hydro Flask person? Are you Yeti, Stanley? I mean, there's so many insulated water bottle brands these days. Or you could just have a non-insulated water bottle. Even more options. But that's great. Great. Tempest Jen said, timer cap for one med. Have to take it separately from other pills. Whiteboard for kitchen pantry. For grocery list, what foods need to be eaten. I love these, by the way. I love these little kind of hacks that people have just sort of really easily put into their life that have given them huge returns. And I have one more. I'll save it for the end as we kind of move on from this, because I do want to do one thing before brag o'clock, and I hope it's exciting. It might not be exciting. It might be a little played out, but we'll get to it. Okay. I'm going backwards now. Chris said, I use glasses and have blue light gaming glasses I use for computer. Okay. Lots of glasses talk. I'm moving on. Another tumbler with a straw. That's a popular one over here on YouTube. Okay. Oh, look at this. Ali said, so happy that I just purchased my very first Physical Heroes journal. It will be arriving in about a month. Oh my gosh. Why is it taking so long? I believe that you're in South America, Ali. But a month feels like a long time. Maybe there's a way we can speed that up. I'm not totally sure. That might just, sometimes it gets held at customs or for a long time, and we can't control that. But anyway, I'm super excited for you. That's incredible. I'm pumped. Okay. Chris said, I sorted out my Fitbit swimming in the pool years ago, my Apple Watch. I love for just being waterproof so I can swim, and the health aspects. I always put my watch on Do Not Disturb. Okay, smart. Because that's been my big holdup. Anytime an Apple Watch has maybe come to mind for me, maybe I'll get an Apple Watch. I'm always I already feel so handcuffed to my phone, and especially the notifications. And if my wrist was buzzing with those same notifications, I think I would rip my hair out. So putting it on Do Not Disturb is such a simple idea that would probably totally justify getting one. Although, I'm a lover of I don't want to say real watches, because Apple Watch is definitely a real watch, but just an old school watch, an automatic movement or a quartz movement of a cool watch, I just think is a good feeling to wear one. So I try to wear one as much as I can. Okay. Decibel reduced high fidelity earplugs for playing music. That is a great answer for this question. I definitely need those. I grew up playing drums a lot of the times with no ear protection, and I'm not super sure, but I think it really like negatively affected my hearing. And from what I understand about hearing damage, that compounds as you get older, which sucks. But oh well. Now I can play the drums, so a fair trade, perhaps. Richard said, will you ever make a built journal? And Richard, I wonder if you're asking bullet journal, but correct me if I won't answer until you clarify. I'm pretty sure you meant bullet journal, but anyway. Also, Kevin, thank you for the link. I appreciate that. I will pull this up later. This looks really cool. Super excited. Thank you for the recommendation. Queen said there's water bottles with pill sorters embedded in them, which sounds like almost overreaching a little bit, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that takes even more brain power out of it. I love this conversation, by the way. I don't know if you guys, I think a lot of you are probably rolling your eyes. I like really nerd out on ways to subtly make massive changes in your life, like really easily, either by buying something or by just like setting something up. Like another great example is like putting a plant, in your house. And I do have one more. I kind of foreshadowed it earlier that I'll share, and then we can kind of move on to the next thing that I want to do. I didn't think I had any kind of itinerary for this live stream. I was like, oh, I'm just going to solo live stream today. But now that I'm here, I'm like have all these things I got to do. Anyway, so the last hack, I guess we're calling them hacks, whatever. Little life boost, I would say. Now I know this is a little expensive. These can get really expensive, and so you by no means need this. But the research that has been done on this item that's like fairly new is like pretty promising. And it's cool because I feel like a lot of new stuff comes out that claims to like really improve your life and stuff. And then it's like a couple of years go by, some research happens, people get kind of disenchanted by it. And then it's like, oh, it turns out that thing was bad for you. Or that turns out that thing actually wasn't as good as they said it would. But from what I've read and from what I've seen, this might be one of those things that actually is like new, but sort of has a little bit of staying power. So a weighted blanket, which I know I might split the crowd on this one. Some people hate weighted blankets. They hate like that pressure. I bought the heaviest one I could find. It was a 40 or 50 pound blanket that was like queen size. So, and that part's important. Like a lot of weighted blankets are small, and so a 50 pound like smaller blanket would be probably too much. But this one had more surface area, right? So it wasn't like 50 pounds on your chest. It was like spread over a queen size mattress. And so I miss my weighted blanket every night. I love sleeping with a weighted blanket. I'm excited to get one eventually here in Austin. You can imagine shipping a weighted blanket, probably not the best investment. It takes up a lot of space and is pretty heavy. So anyway, it's probably just cheaper to buy one here. So I will get one eventually. But yeah, I miss mine a lot. And from what I can tell, there's like actually decent research on there that suggests that it helps you sleep a little better, reduces anxiety. And so if you've never tried one, I would definitely recommend it. But who doesn't love a good blanket, And look at all this. Look at all the weighted blanket people in the comments. M.A. Mackey said, my weighted blanket has transformed my sleep. Huge fan. That's awesome. Ali says, I wish I had a weighted blanket. Yep. Oh, look at this. Yara said, I got my weighted blanket after I recommended it on a live stream, which is so funny. That's what I do. I'm such a there's entrepreneurs, there's a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs that have certain strengths. And I don't even know if this is a strength. I don't know if I consider it a strength, but I just hyper fixate on products and how they make me feel. I think that's why I love talking about this so much. So I spent 15 minutes just talking at you about blue light glasses and a pill splitter and, you know, weighted blanket. Like, I just love a well-made product that like is so simple to use and has like a massive positive effect. It's obviously my ultimate goal to make everything the Heroes Journal makes one of those experiences. I wouldn't say we're quite there yet, if I'm being like super transparent with you. I wouldn't say we're quite there yet. I think when people give us a chance, you know, we're kind of like that nerdy kid at the lunch table that everyone on the surface is kind of like, I don't know if I want to associate with you. But once they eventually do, you know, they sit down, they have a meal with the nerdy kid, they open up the journal, they look through the intro content, look at how well it's made. They go, you know what? This is pretty cool, actually. I might use this. I think that's who we are in this weird metaphor that I've created. But we're working every day to make it kind of an even better hero experience. So yeah, you know. There we go. Okay, so Richard said, will you make a bullet journal? So the answer is yes and no. Yes, because we actually kind of already have. So, Richard, I'm not sure if you were around for the GOI pre-order, but we released our newest storyline, the Galaxy of Astoria. This is a great segue, actually. The Galaxy of Astoria in June and for pre-order, and then we delivered it a couple months ago, I think in August, for most. And in that bundle, there's actually a set of 3 journals. We call them companion journals. One of those journals is actually dotted just like a bullet journal. So do we sell a bullet journal like straight up, like hardcover, like just like our other journals? No, not quite. But we do sell a companion set. One of those journals is like a full-on bullet journal. I believe it's about 90 pages. But who knows? Maybe one day we will get to a place where people love our covers so much. This is my Cosmic Rose that I've been using, by the way. Look at that, shiny. I freaking love it so much. I love this journal. I love this storyline. I love the look of this journal. I love the box it comes in. It's like the greatest gift in the world to be able to use something that I technically made or was a part of making is way more accurate than what I've said initially. But even the fact that like I'm even like sometimes I use this and I don't even associate with it as if like it's mine or like I'm part of the Heroes Journal. I just love using it, and I love getting lost in that feeling. I love knowing that I don't use my product out of charity. I would use it even if we went out of business tomorrow, mostly because there would be like thousands of them at my disposal that I would have to use. But also, I just like this system that we've made. Okay. So I want to do something with you guys live that I've kind of been putting off for a long time. Putting off is not the right word, but you know, for anyone paying attention, you probably heard a little bit about my like moving situation. Like I said, I moved to Austin. So September as just like a whole month was like an absolute doozy. I moved twice. I like flew to Seattle. I had to ship a bunch of stuff. I was like living in a friend's studio apartment with all my stuff like in boxes, and my couch was like up sideways. It was like crazy. And in that fray, in the middle of that flurry, we fulfilled our own internal team. We sent everyone in the Heroes Journal team, which is only about 6 people, Astoria Knot bundles. So that's the highest, bundled tier from our last release. And I got mine, and I just haven't opened it yet. And I don't know why. I think I was just kind of nervous to lose stuff because I was moving all the time. And I also obviously know what's inside of it, and I've watched tons of unboxing videos, which if you filmed one of those, thank you. But I want to do a live unboxing with you guys. So whether you are in Astoria Knot yourself and you got that bundle, or you didn't and you want to viscerally feel what it was like, this is your opportunity. So we're going to do a quick unboxing of the Astoria Knot bundle. Then we'll do brag o'clock, and then we'll give away a free journal. One thing as I'm pulling this out that I do want to say, and I'm actually really proud of this, we have made some improvements to our website this week that have been really well received. And improvements is like a big umbrella term that I'm using. So improvements means we've restocked SideQuest decks. So we got a new shipment of SideQuest decks, and there's no like actual card updates, although the box will probably be easier to open, hopefully. All of those are back in stock. And then we also did something really exciting, which is, last week we released Cosmic Rose, by the way, so you can buy this journal now, right now. We also put GOI companion journals on our website, although I'm not sure if you can buy them on their own quite yet. Ugh. But the big thing we did is we put bundles on our website for the first time ever. We put some bundles that are kind of like evergreen, just meaning that they're probably going to be there for a long time until we run out of inventory. Usually when we do bundles, if you've been here for any amount of time, you know that we do bundles with releases. But we wanted to play with the idea of kind of bundling some items together. Now that we have things like the side quest deck, companion journal, heroes journal, it can be kind of daunting, like what do I buy first? Do I need all of them? Like where should I start? So we wanted to give people these kind of pre-packaged options where they're able to like pick and choose what color journal they want and all that stuff. And so all that to say, small plug, if you are looking for a gift option, this is great because you can save a good chunk of change on these. And there's just like a tab on our website. You just go to theheroesjournal.co, shop bundles, and there's a whole catalog right there. But anyway, without further ado, I don't really have a good camera setup for this, but here, I'm going to pull some journal boxes down. I'm going to set my laptop up here so we're a little bit higher. There we go. That might make things a bit better. Okay, here we go. So, the Astoria Knot. I am number 121, which for fans of the Goofy movie will know that that's one of the greatest songs of all time. Okay. Here we go. So, custom tape, which is amazing. I love this tape so much. These boxes are kind of hard to figure out, I realized. And I also just realized I don't have a box cutter or anything, but that's okay. We can use this. Yeah, why not? I don't know where my keys are, so usually keys are the designated box cutter. That's not actually a box cutter. Which, there's an idea. Any future entrepreneurs who are looking for a good idea? The key that's also a box cutter, since people use their keys as a box cutter anyway. Right now I'm using this camera attachment that's like a metal thing, but I think that's a bad idea. So I'm going to use this fork that's on my desk. And I know that's kind of gross, but hey, it's not about it's not about how you get into the box, right? It's about what you do when you're inside the Astoria Knot box or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. This tape is like ridiculously strong. Has anyone else noticed that? It's like a different kind of tape, and it's almost like, there we go. It's like, I almost want to say this. It's like very, it has like these threads in it, and I can't think of the right word, but it's like, and anyway, it's just really strong. Okay, we got it open. Oh wow! I'm gonna open it for towards you guys. Okay. Oh, look at that! Look at that unboxing experience. On the top of the box, you'll see on the top of all the packing crinkle and whatnot, you will see. Wow, this turned out really great, actually. The Astoria Knot certificate. So you can see my name is on there. You can also see like how shiny it is. We got these gilded. It's on like a really nice paper. This is basically like a diploma. This is so cool. Sweet. I'm gonna put that right here. Okay, and then we have all of the crinkle stuff, which I'm going to try and not make a mess. Now, this is probably the thing you've seen the most of. So these are all the journals. This is Lunar Sand. This is Deep Space Edition, my favorite box we've ever made. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. Then we have Solar Flare up next. That's like our orange journal. And then we have, of course, Cosmic Rose, which I'm actually already using. So incredible. Now I have two. Maybe I'll give away a Cosmic Rose today. And then, wow, these turned out like really good. I have yet to see this in person. Beautiful. So you'll see this laser engraved tumbler. It's insulated. No straw though, which is kind of a bummer. But it has my Astoria Knot number on it, as you can see. There we go. And yeah, I can't stop looking at this. This is so pretty. It just turned out really, really good. I'm very impressed, actually. Honestly, like I expect them to be good, but they're better than what I expected. So, of course. Next up, we have the Astoria Knot Hat. These are super, super cool. I've seen a few of them. We did these embroidered. This is kind of like one of the Astoria Knot designs that we have. And, wow, this is so cool. We had these custom tags made, say Astoria Knot Cohort 001, the Heroes Journal. Super, super cool. This probably needs to be resized, but yeah, look at this. This is so cool. I don't know. These turned out really well. We got some feedback about the last hats that we made, and so we knew that we wanted these to be much nicer. So we actually spent a lot of money on these to make sure they were like high quality, they wouldn't fade, and I'm really hoping that that continues to be like that. So thank you for those who got an Astoria Knot. And of course, a tote bag. It's actually funny because I used this. I already have a tote bag just like this because I was prototyping it. I was actually testing it, and I used it every day for about 2 months, actually. So this is what a brand new one looks like, and I'll go grab the other one so you can see. How they hold up. So this is the one I used for a few months. Definitely kind of wrinkly. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's like a few scrapes and stuff. Like on the back, you can see there's like a little scrape here. There's no rips or anything. Like the handles are still, actually maybe there's a little bit of fraying. Nothing too detrimental. But I carry a lot in here. I carry like 2 Heroes journals. I carry my laptop, my charger, my headphones. But now I have a new one. And they're pretty big, I'm sure you can tell. Probably bigger than most tote bags. Put this over here. Of course, we have the planter plushie, which is absolutely adorable. And as I set up my desk here in Austin, I'm going to have this little guy set up as well. I love these so much. So as someone who like does sort of the product design at the Heroes Journal, I will tell you, I'll give you a little bit of behind the scenes. Anytime we are prototyping plushies, out of everything we make, they are the most terrifying looking things. When these are in the prototyping phase, they just have like little faces and they're just trying to get kind of the body structure right. They look terrifying. They genuinely look absolutely terrifying, and it's fun to watch them kind of go through a makeover and end up as like the cutest little things. But at first, they are not. So yeah, pretty exciting. Okay, we got some more stuff. Ooh. Okay, this is for anyone wondering what the companion journal set looks like. I'm not going to fully undo the saran wrap here, but this is the companion journal set for GOI. You can kind of tell that these are like different gradients of like a gray, green, charcoal sort of colorway. One of these is lined, one of these is dotted, and one of these is blank. And you can kind of see on the packaging here, there's right here, there's like a line symbol, a dotted symbol, and like a blank space symbol. Those are like right here on the front of these, which I love. Super minimalistic, really easy to tell what journal is what. These are a great companion, see, to your journal. Pretty exciting. Plastic keychain. Everyone who pre-ordered got one of these. Make sure to not miss out on our next pre-order event because we'll probably make those again. Side quest deck. I'm sure you've all seen this or heard about it by now. These are selling like crazy on our website. Like yesterday, not just these side quests, but like all of our side quest decks added up together, we sold about 300 of them, which is not normal for us, by the way. People are just loving the side quest deck. We can't even make them fast enough. Super cool to see this take off. If you haven't gotten one yet, in my opinion, this is the best one we make. I think we put the most work into making this one really special. So get the GOI side quest deck if you're not sure where to start, whatever that means. Look at this Astoria Knot Pin. I'm not sure if you can tell how big this thing is, but like this is huge, and it turned out so good. This is such a pretty pin. Sorry, I am enthralled, enchanted by this pin. I love how this turned out. I don't even know what I'm going to use this for, but I know I'm going to put it somewhere because I like the way it looks. But that's not all. There's even more pins in here. We have Quarks McDurgle. Look at that. One of the characters. We got you in a little spaceship with the Quotobot. Of course, another planter. And then the ship and circle, as I tend to call it. This is kind of the logo for the Galaxy of Astoria. This is supposed to glow in the dark, and I don't know if it actually does. I am a little afraid that we got duped. That's why this one kind of has that, like, you know, greenish, glow in the dark type color. Glasses are coming off because I need to see if this glows in the dark. I don't know. I'll be honest, I can't really tell. I can't really see if this is glowing in the dark. I don't think it is. Maybe it needs to charge in the sunlight. I think that's, I don't know how that works, but that may have been a dud. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I still think it looks cool though. I mean, even if it doesn't glow in the dark, this is still a kind of a cool design, really simplistic. Last but not least, wow. This is awesome. A brass keychain with my Astoria Knot number on it, number 121. It's heavy, and it's cool. Okay, that took a long time. Sorry, I kind of forgot how much stuff was in these boxes. Okay, there's crinkle everywhere. Cool. Okay. So many things. So many things going on. I have a fork around here. I have all these journals and goodies, and I just accidentally. Okay, I put my computer to sleep for a second. Okay, we're back. Okay. We're just gonna move right into brag o'clock because time is of the essence. So anyway, thank you for letting me unbox the Astoria Knot. That was a really special experience getting to do that live. I love these new boxes so much. I'm really proud of what we did, what we've done with this storyline. And I hope that you guys get one if you like sci-fi stuff, because that's why we made it. What a cool thing. I'm very blown away by that. It's kind of surreal, actually. So anyway, but let's move on. Enough about me. I feel like I've been bragging this whole live stream. I'm going to shut my mouth and let you guys do the bragging, because it's brag o'clock. This segment of the live stream is one of my favorites. It's basically, we just brag. We throw humility out the window for like 5-10 minutes, and you just comment something that you are really proud of yourself for. It could be something that happened this month, or since it's kind of the end of the month, you know. It could be something that happened in September. It could be something that happened this week or today. And you know what? Brag is subjective. You could brag about getting out of bed. That could be a great brag. Or drinking water for the day. Or just, you know, being alive. Because that's hard. And it's worth bragging about sometimes. Or, you know, you could do something more traditionally mind-blowing. Like, hey, I'm going to the moon. Or I, you know, learned how to fly. Or whatever. I have superpowers. Whatever brag you want to pick. The whole point is that you are supposed to celebrate yourself, because we believe that people deserve to be celebrated more than they are. And sometimes people just need to hear that they are doing a good job. They need to hear it from themselves. They need to hear it from other people, kind of repeated to them. And it's kind of fun to watch people celebrate themselves. So it's brag o'clock. I need to make a thread, I just realized. Okay. So on YouTube, we are not able to do a thread where people can comment inside of them. So the thread on Facebook is going to be called Bragley Cooper. So make sure and just if you already pasted your brag, just copy it and please reply to that thread in Facebook so it doesn't get lost. Bragley Cooper is the one. And I think people jumped in a little early, so I'm just going to start reading them. Here we go. Didn't freak out when we found out my husband, this is from Karenita, by the way. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Karenita? Didn't freak out when we found out my husband may have to be shipped to a bigger hospital. Uh-oh. Still waiting to hear. Also haven't missed a day of journaling. That's incredible. Way to stay strong. I mean, and like way to stay consistent and like at a time where I'm sure it is tempting to fly off the rails and just abandon all sense of routine. Good for you for sticking to what you know. My therapist always says, if you don't know what to do, just go back to what you do know. So good for you, Karenita. Thank you for that. Richard said, I have been trying not to bite my nails. Ha. Okay. Valen said, I'm happy my family and I stood safe together during this crazy hurricane. That's right. Anyone who's even remotely affected by that, I hope you are safe. We lost power, but we didn't lose our minds, which is great and much more unsafe to lose your power. Okay, I'm going to pull up the Bragley Cooper thread on Facebook, but before I really hop into that, I'm going to make sure and check up on YouTube. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right. Ali, I believe, kicked us off on YouTube. Forgive me if I skipped over someone else, but Ali said, I started running and working out. It's hard, but I'm loving it. I keep going even when everything hurts. One day, in a few years, I'll run a 5K. I love the vision here. I love the goal. This is such a good brag. And you know what I like the most about this, Ali? I can tell you're having fun. And that's really all that it is. Exercising comes in so many different shapes and sizes and flavors, and it always bothers me when people try and like streamline it into one thing. It has to be lifting weights. It has to be running. It's like, no, it doesn't. It has to be something that you enjoy and that you can do over a long period of time without getting burnt out or injured or tired. That's what good exercise is. And I feel like you've really found that for yourself, Ali, and I'm super proud of you. It's just another chapter on your journey, and I'm excited to hear about the 5K that you run. That'd be really cool. Okay, Kara on YouTube said, I decided to take full advantage of my birthday and the beautiful weather, so I took my new hammock/tent hybrid, set it up on our new property and spent a large part of the day reading in the trees. Wow, that's like some Hobbit behavior. I love it. Skipped over Patches. Patch said, I just turned 32 last week. Happy birthday. And I rode a mechanical bull for like 6 seconds. It's harder than it looks. Good for you. I love that. What a birthday thing to do. Sarah also said, I turned 35 yesterday. Happy birthday. Wow, lots of birthdays. I spent the day playing Sims. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Terry on YouTube said, I spent the week working in our Emergency Operations Center, EOC, as a public health lead for Hurricane Ian. Main duty was opening a shelter and coordinating functional and medical needs evacuation. Well, holy smokes, Terry, thank you. That's incredible. What a good brag. And what a good human, what a good soul you are. You deserve a massive pat on the back. And I don't know what else to say other than thank you for making the world a better place. I guarantee you, and I'm sure you know this, but I guarantee you the people that come into contact with the thing that you have set up, setting up a shelter and all that stuff, like I'm sure that is things that people will never forget as long as they live. So good for you, Terry. All right, Rachel said, I discovered that I'm good at interviews. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm working on creating videos to accompany our L&D trainings. Yesterday, I interviewed the first employee for this project, and it went so great. Like I said, Rachel, that is so cool. I love that you are kind of like discovering that superpower about yourself, leaning into it even, making it like a thing. But like I said, it doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, that's incredible. What a good brag. Stacy on YouTube said, I found out yesterday the procedure I had done for my dog's eye last week didn't hold. Bummer. So the vet removed the eye yesterday. Oh no, my brag is that I didn't hesitate to do what was best for him. That is such a bummer. Man, I hate it. I hate when pets in any way, shape, or form have to suffer. It's like the worst. But I'm thankful that you're strong and, responsible, made the right decision, and that you still have time, with your dog. Yeah. Okay. I gotta move fast here. Chris said, my biggest brag is staying consistent with my core workout challenge. Also, I'm proud of myself for getting through the work week, being a tough mental week, and maintain my reading goal. Good for you. This is so great. Sorry, there's so much good stuff. Vivian on YouTube, and then I'll hop over to Facebook, said, decided to give a hero's journal to my friend's daughter for her 14th birthday. Came to find out her daughter has been having a rough time and was given the advice to set some goals. Perfect timing. That's so great. I love it. Those stories make me really happy. Okay. Right. This week I hired, okay. Going all the way to the top of the thread on Facebook, the thread, of course, being named Bragley Cooper. Let's get into it. I'm just gonna hyper go through these because if I take time to riff, we're gonna be here all night. Okay, here we go. Stephanie said, this week I hired someone to help me write my resume. Love it. Got to get some good allies. David said, I prepared for Hurricane Ian as best I could and got through it okay. I warned all my students I might lose power internet, and I've still been catching up on grading. Really great, David. Love that you're being a good teacher. Devorah said, I made cinnamon roll challah, I think is how you say this, bread, the definition of decadence. Wow, that's a fantastic. You should be the PR person for challah bread because that's incredible. The definition of decadence. Wow. Great brag. Victoria Graves said, Wednesday I hemmed 2 pairs of pants that have literally sat for over 2 years. That's awesome. I love finding like old clothes and like giving them new life or like wearing them and you're like, oh, like it feels brand new, but you already had them. It's the best. Queen said, I'm ahead in my studies and I plan to stay ahead. That's what I'm talking about. That's that attitude we love. Okay, we're moving on. Erica Beck said, I'm trying to collaborate with a friend to start our own pottery studio. I freaking love that. Please let me know when you make your first porcelain, or is it porcelain? I don't know. When you make a mug of some sort that I can drink coffee out of, let me know. I would love to support. Amy said, took time to set aside my worries to celebrate my birthday and embrace the day / treat myself. Love a good self-care day. Massive fan of that. Ace said, well, on Monday, I'm going to Sedona. I believe that's in Arizona. Hiking in Sedona to have a little lunch event, going up with some old friends, with an old friend group, and it's very beautiful there. Great brag. Super happy for you, Ace. That sounds nice. Get the good old outdoors, you know. Michelle said walked 2.6 miles at the New York Renaissance Fair on Sunday. That's a great brag right there. We can stop right here. We're going to keep going. Still having a hard time recovering from COVID, but occasionally I can push myself, and that is my encouragement. I love this brag. So good. So proud of you for getting out, getting the body moving, and I'm glad that you're recovering, even if it is kind of slow. And applaud your patience and applaud your hard work. Good for you. Nicole said this last Saturday, me and my family went to the coast and did a very uphill hike to a place called The Knoll. After months of physical therapy on my knee, this was a win. That's an awesome win. I love that. And what an accomplishment, right? When you finish a hike, it's like you can't go any higher. Well, I guess sometimes you can, but it's like you reach a point and it's like a measurable like achievement. It's great. I love it. Okay. Erica Bex said I paid off a credit card. Love that. Lose RBB, I don't know if I'm saying this right. Sorry, on Facebook said, I'm almost done with school. I'm getting my BA in journalism and mass communications. I also have a 4.0 GPA. That is an absolute brag, and I freaking love it. Good for you. That's hard work. Jason said, down another 4 pounds, dedicating a lot of time to learning how to operate analog synthesizers. That's incredible, Jason. That's like a double-sided. That's like the Darth Maul lightsaber of brags right there. Well done on the, losing 4 pounds and kind of adopting what sounds like a new hobby or profession. Who knows? Super cool. Amber Day said, I bit the bullet and made appointments for myself to get caught up on annual doctor's appointments that I have skipped for a couple years, especially since I've been focusing on caring for my husband. Good for you for taking care of yourself. I know how hard that can be. The doctor can be a scary place, and you have that growing fear, is something wrong? I don't know. But good for you. Hopefully everything is okay and you're all checked out and good to go. Nicole said, Melody had a jogathon today. Oh, I remember those. That's so fun. She did a great job on her laps and also raised over $500. Holy ghost. That's incredible. Tell Melody, that's a fantastic thing that she did. Wow. That's so cool. I love that. Okay, we're moving. Courtney said, managed to meal prep 3 days this week. Yes, I love a good meal prep moment. Good for you, Courtney. Great brag. Elizabeth said, spent some quality time with my son building a Lego candy dispenser that actually worked. Freaking love that. That's actually really cool. I have nothing more to add to that other than I'm kind of jealous and I wish I could have been there. Melinda said, brag, reached Act 3 of my Adventurers Edition, journal number 5. Let's go. This week, and as a side quest, completed 261 stitches this month as part of a large cross stitch. It's a long project. Yeah, no kidding. Super cool. Love that you got to the third act. That's my favorite act of, I think, any journal. Well, it's a hard call. But I love the third act of the Legend of Astoria. And of course, the Adventurers Edition is my favorite. I think it's ages so well. It's fantastic. I'm really, really excited for you. And the cross stitch thing, I read that and I feel like it maybe, to me, I just read it as relaxing. It sounds like you could just kind of relax into it, although I'm sure it's probably not that easy at all. Good for you, Melinda. I'm glad that you're keeping yourself busy, staying on track with journaling. It's a good feeling. Mackenzie said, I won an auction that had my favorite team signed lacrosse jersey, and I survived my first month of teaching. Congratulations. I love it. Corvette Wallace said, another week of no candy. Let's go. Doing my own physical therapy for my dumb knee. No clue what I did to it, but gravity could be guilty. Slowly walking around daily. That is incredible, Corvette Wallace. I can't see you, but I hope that you're patting yourself on the back because doing that long of no candy is an absolute accomplishment for anyone, given the time that we live in, especially if you're in the U.S. and the accessibility to candy. I mean, it's everywhere, right? So good for you for staying strong. Kevin said, I'm excited because I've been learning 3D printing. That's super cool. And my first big project is a life-size pit droid from Star Wars. I'm about 3/4 of the way through printing it, and I'm so excited. That sounds freaking dope. Super cool. Yeah, that's amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a job at Disney in the next couple of years because that is so cool. if you want one. Judy said, posted my pool on Swimply and made some extra money this week. I've never heard of this, but I'm assuming it's like Uber for pools, which is such a good idea. Swimply. Do people just come swim in your pool? Is that what that is? Pretty cool. I could be so wrong about what that is. I signed up. Anna said, I signed up to be a volunteer art. How do I say this? Docent? Docent? Member of the teaching staff immediately below professional rank. I feel like I should know this word. In my son's classroom this year, I'm also taking a short. Oh, I lost it. I'm also taking a short mixed media class with 30 plus lessons in 2 weeks, and I'm almost halfway through. Love that, Anna. That sounds fun. Sam said, I got my main character to max level in World of Warcraft Classic just in time to get the items I wanted that were going to be removed forever. Wrath of the Lich King expansion pre-patch event things. The expansion launched on Monday. That I've actually done that before, and it's a lot of work. I just did it when WoW was just WoW before it was Classic, and I know how much work that is. Good for you. That's quite the accomplishment. A lot of hours. Hannah said, I got a job today I've been waiting on. Yes, good for you. Excited to start this new journey. Let's go. Chala is pronounced Hala, but with a kind of guttural beginning H. Look at David teaching in his off time. Thank you for the tip, David. Is it Hala? Hala? Bread? Swimply is like Airbnb for pools. Okay, that's incredible. Okay, those are all the brags on Facebook. I'm going to hop over, finish up YouTube, and then we're going to give away a journal. Holy crap, we're 7 minutes over the time. Okay, we got to hurry. Okay, where was I? Wait, do we even have any? Okay, yeah. Akira Osborne on YouTube said, my mom, me, and my son celebrated our birthday September. You guys all share the same birthday, September 21st? That is crazy. That's so cool. What a coincidence. What are the odds? Well, happy freaking birthday to like the whole family, apparently. That's so cool. Kara said, FYI, since you asked, Hala is how you say it, okay? Hala and docent. Docent? Am I saying that right? Docent? Docent doesn't feel right, but that's how it's phonetically typed out here by Kara. I trust whatever you say, Kara, because I know most, if not all, people here are probably more literate than I am. So, M.A. Mackey on YouTube said, I made my kid's birthday cake. He wanted a replica of our house and garden. Wow, that's freaking adorable. It took about 8 hours, and he was so pleased when he saw it. He just started clapping. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm not sure how old your kid is, but they might be one of the best cake makers of all time, because that is quite the response from a child and quite the effort from you. What an incredible brag. That's like one of my favorite things I've ever read. He's 12. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's still like amazing. What I remember when I was 12 eating cake, I just wanted the corner piece because it had the most frosting. That's what I remember from eating cake. So if he's 12 and he's like cake connoisseur, looking at, your ability to make like replicas, I mean, that's like advanced stuff. Pretty cool. Chrissy said, I made it home for Free Journal Friday, ? Yes, you did. Brag, my son made his character for D&D. Yes, I love it. Oh my goodness. Follow up on M.A. Mackey's cake situation. His brother has now asked for a replica of Helm's Deep for his birthday cake. So I'm doomed. More like Mount Doomed. Hey-oh, that's actually incredibly difficult. If you're actually going to take a swing at Helm's Deep, that's... Oof. It's a lot. Okay. All right. Okay, I actually have to do this. I got to pull all the names for Free Journal Friday. So give me a second. I don't think I'm going to be able to share my screen, so you're just going to have to trust me that I am taking all the names. We have 64 entries for Free Journal Friday today. Okay. Going to remove duplicates. Okay. There we go. Cool. All right. Now we're going to go to the Wheel of Names, which I learned last week is actually what it's called. But anyway, okay. We have 64 rather, entries into the Wheel of Names, and I'm going to spin it now. And I'm also going to start a timer. So, Free Journal Friday. If it lands on your name, you have 90 seconds to claim your free journal. All you have to do is put a comment in the comment section. The winner of Free Journal Friday this week is Tori Wanghurt, or T Chu. I believe it's on YouTube, but we will see if T Chu claims their free journal. And I'm watching the time. I guess I'll give you a few extra seconds here as I start it. Oh, look at that. T Chu is the winner before I could even start a timer. So that was a really fast claim. Good for you, T Chu. And thanks for putting your name in parentheses. Sometimes YouTube is tricky because people, have like usernames and stuff. But hey, congratulations, T Chu. Let's go. The way that you can get your free journal, email support@theheroesjournal.co. I'm typing it in as a comment now for you on YouTube. That will go to John. Just let John know what your shipping address is and what journal you want. We are currently selling all of our journals. Like every single one is in stock, which almost never happens. So you wanted a very good time because you can pick whatever you like. In fact, you could even pick a side quest deck. In fact, you could even pick a companion journal set if you wanted to. I mean, the world is your oyster. This almost never happens. So congratulations to you. Thank you for playing free. It's not really a game, but thanks for entering your name and watching the live stream, of course. If you're here, thank you for bragging. Thank you for staying a little bit late. I know we went way over time today. And most of all, the thing you deserve the most praise for is putting up with me doing a solo live stream. I believe Kyle will be back next week. We'll be the dynamic duo together once again. And yeah, congrats to Teach You. Have a fantastic weekend. If you're watching this or you're hearing the sound of my voice, I hope beyond anything I can even think of, I just hope everyone here has a fantastic weekend. I hope that there's nothing but good vibes and kind people. I hope that you surprise yourself. I hope that you feel so grateful about how good your life is, the gift of life. I hope any negative emotion is replaced by gratitude, and most of all, I hope you feel like the main character of the story, the hero, some would say, of the story. Signing off, Nick Vitalar. I feel like this is my final broadcast or something. Hey, happy questing. Have a good weekend, everyone.